Yeah, Battle Creek had a tough task. Remember, last year they made it to the Class C2 semifinals, beat and lost to Hastings St. Cecilia. Ended up finishing third place, beat Archbishop Bergen in the third place game last year. So they get the Blue Hawks again to start it off. And St. Cecilia, the team that everybody says could probably take Winnebago if they make it to the finals. But Battle Creek, they had to get past the Braves first. Let's check out the highlights, see how this game went down at Lincoln Northeast High School. Earlier today, it was the Braves and the Blue Hawks doing battle. There you see the warm-ups there. Battle Creek getting intro. There's Kobe Lade, the senior. And this was a block party early on. Hastings St. Cecilia really bothered Battle Creek down low. There you see the swat there. Here's another one on the Rudloff drive attempt. St. Cecilia had 6 blocks in the first half on Battle Creek shots, and if they didn't block it, they were altered. Battle Creek really struggled. Meanwhile, offensively, St. Cecilia with some hustle. That's Dalton Sealy coming right at you and then getting rewarded by drilling the 3. He finished with 5 points, St. Cecilia up. The Battle Creek, some defense of their own. Look at Jared Reed with a swat, swallowing that one up. Then on the offensive side, a nice scramble here down low. Josh Schick able to get it off glass and good. And Battle Creek only down 6 at the half. Brave fans thinking maybe an upset in the books, especially with Schick pulling off moves like this. Beautiful one-on-one left-handed flip-up, but just too much from St. Cecilia. They got their best player going in the second half. That's Brooks Asher. He had 16 points in this one, the great baseline drive. Now this one past 3 defenders, and St. Cecilia will roll in this one late. They end up winning it 48-36.
Defense rebounding will be key this game. We saw first half give a lot of offensive rebounds to him. We cleaned that up second half. But at the end of the day, you saw him put the ball through the hoop, and we failed to do that in the second half.
Coach put together a great game plan. He always does, and shots weren't falling tonight, and their length kind of bothered us. That kid probably had like 20 blocks. I don't know what it was, but yeah, they played well, and I wish them the best luck the rest of the way.
It wasn't 20 blocks, but it was a lot. And there you saw Kobe Lade, the senior. He had 11 points for Battle Creek. His final game in a brilliant career. He was the X factor for Battle Creek in their run to state a year ago. Stepped up the senior leader this year. A lot of folks didn't expect Battle Creek to be back here. They lost a lot of starters from that team. Credit Trevor Anderson. He is a great young up-and-coming coach. He's been the coach of the Braves for 3 years, and all 3 years they made it to state. But again, what we have seen early and often, Brandon, is Hastings St. Cecilia. Their length and their pressure defense, it really bothers teams, and they just had too much for Battle Creek today.
And looking like they're obviously deserving all the press publicity they're going to get. I mean, I really don't know if it's going to be anything other than Hastings St. Cecilia and Winnebago. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. It's the
right.
Safe bet, but playing fortune teller a little bit. Going to be a great game to see whoever makes it there, but Blue Hawks, I don't see how you beat them.
Well, there was one team today that I saw in the game after that if they play like they did today, they could beat anybody, regardless of class. By the way, this Class A game behind us, 11 seconds to go. Fremont up 54-47, so it looks like the Tigers will eliminate the Norfolk Panthers. Panthers season will come to an end. Congrats to them on a great season. But back to C2. St. Cecilia does a nice job stopping offenses. Well, the winner of the 3-6 matchup will be a tough offense to stop as Ainsworth took on Amherst. If you set an over-under on this game, you'd probably set it at about 140. Both these teams average almost 70 points a game. They get up and down the court, very good on the drive and dish. So you had a feeling that this one was going to be high scoring. And it was. Let's take a look at the highlights here as Amherst takes on Ainsworth in Class C2. Capacity crowd, they locked the doors at Lincoln Northeast. Couldn't get in. And if you couldn't get in, you missed great plays like that one. That's Holden Eckhout. He had 25 for Amherst in this one. But Ainsworth answers. Down low off the miss, Ben Allen up and good. One of 7 players in this game that finished in double figures. Here's good defense, though. You wouldn't think in a game this high be much, but there was a lot. Leads to a transition bucket by Trey Taubenheim. He had 11 points, all of them big. In this game, just going back and forth. Great ball movement here. How about the big man, 6'7", Luke McLeod, drilling the triple. And then more defense here. A lot of contact. They let this one go. That made it entertaining. And in transition, Trevor Adelung finishes from the left side. But Ainsworth comes right back. The triple from Jaden Philbin is good. And at the break, it's Ainsworth leading unbeaten Amherst 42-38. Second half now, more back and forth, more from Ainsworth. Taubenheim had 11. It felt like every bucket he hit was a huge one. But Ainsworth answers. Dusty Warden, or rather Brady Delamont, I should say, hitting that 3. But again, Taubenheim splitting the defense. All right, so it's 81-78, 12 seconds to go. Free throws missed. Ainsworth's got it with a shot to tie. Into the front court, a great look from the left side, but too strong. And Amherst survives, improves to 27-0, getting the win over Ainsworth, 81-78. What a game.
That thing, if they don't have any clock on it, that could go on for days, just because it's like you got two here, you got two there. I mean, it was a great atmosphere. The fans loved it, and they definitely got their money's worth tonight. But, basically what we told them in there was, come back out of there. Be proud to wear your Ainsworth shirt, because I tell you what, this is one of the best games so far in the tournament, and you just can't ask for anything better with the effort,
So Amherst improves to 27-0 and trying to do something very rare in winter sports, and that is, especially for a smaller school, and that's win both of the major state championships. Amherst, of course, a dominant wrestling program. They've won like the last 80 state championships in a row or something like that. They were the Class D champs in wrestling this year as a team, won the dual championships as well. Now trying to get it in basketball, that's really rare for a school that small to be that dominant in two different sports, but Amherst very, very good at basketball.